Right, I'm going to go through 3 ways you can strengthen your jaw, get a tougher jaw, strengthen the muscles, ligaments, bones, and should be able to help you taking a better punch. It's not a guarantee, but it's an insurance policy. Combined with the neck training, better to have a strong neck and jaw than a weak one. And if you're one of those looks maxing nut jobs, then yeah, you could probably get a benefit from this too. But this is more about, kind of that kind of shit. No. Anyway. But yeah, you probably will. I don't know. So our main muscles work. These masseters, got muscles called pterygoids, temporalis. These muscles all move the jaw up and down, side to side. Humans have got quite a small temporalis, quite a thin one. If you look at gorillas, they got a huge temporalis. That's why they've got such a high bite force. But ours doesn't really. Our main contributors are these ones here. So I don't hear too many fighters doing it these days. Jack Dempsey, George Chuvalo, fighters back in the day used to chew pine. I'm assuming it meant pine sap from the tree. You can imagine sap being really tough, of course. These fighters are seen as more technical, but I think it's a bit of a myth. There are a lot of technical old school fighters, but they were tough as well. George Chuvalo, one of the toughest humans ever to live. You see his life in and out the ring. Jack Dempsey was saying, here's a quote from him, when he was famous, he was hanging with all these celebrities and like Hollywood stars. He was still every day chewing his pine, strengthening his jaw. So some people do it indirectly, like if you train your neck, you bite something, you're kind of indirectly training it there, or you chew a lot of hard foods. But that's not as common these days, just because most food is ultra processed. And so the theory behind it, giving you a better chin, is not just it makes it bigger and tougher, but when you get knocked out, it's usually when you don't see the shot coming. So most of the time when you resist a punch, it's when you can you might not defend it, but you're instinctively tighten up those muscles. So obviously having a stronger jaw combined with a neck, it will just create that more tension. Another myth is that when you get punched, there's a nerve in the jaw that knocks you out, gets stimulated and knocks you out. But that's actually not the case. It's actually when you get punched, they call it the button, because that you get hit right in there with a right hand or a straight, any kind of shot, your head is going to swivel real fast like that. And what is actually the brain moving inside the skull that hits the wall of the skull or the inside of the skull, and then that obviously causes brain trauma and you go out via some kind of electrical signals or whatever. Some people theorize that it's to get the kind of body out of the way of the punishment, which doesn't make sense, because if someone was attacking you and you shut down, you're on the floor, you're just at their mercy. So can you imagine having an open jaw, you break your jaw and you get knocked out. But if you have a strong jaw and you bite down your mouthpiece and swing, that's what they say. Because obviously biting down gives you that, more security. The first way, most easiest way, is chew hard foods. I was actually talking to a dentist the other day, and she was saying she gives raw carrots to young kids to make their jaws develop properly. Because obviously if there's no stimulus, then the jaw won't develop in these young kids. So yeah, raw carrots, that's an easy one to implement. Steak, things like that. Raw kale, a bit disgusting, but it's good for you. Another one is pineapple. If you eat a lot of pineapple, the core, most people throw it away. If you eat that, you're also getting the benefit. It contains the highest amount of bromelain, which is a highly potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. So yeah, just any kind of hard foods really. And that's just going to add in some more stimulus. Second way, just bite training. I actually see a guy on Instagram hanging from a chin-up bar, had something like a rope in his mouth, and he had like 40 kgs attached to it. But you can do it a bit more easy. You can just grab get a weight in a towel or something, do your neck training with a biting down on something, or just a piece of cloth. And that's your isometric jaw training. And I think it's been shown also to generate, when you bite down, it allows the rest of your body to generate more force. It kind of activates some kind of a neural drive. Third way is mastic gum. So kind of, if you're Greek or Turkish, you might have heard of it. Watch out for that red and yellow seal. Make sure it's authentic. So basically this one's from Chios Island in Greece. Basically they cut the tree, the sap comes out, falls to the ground, hardens, and they clean it and sell it. And it's got a ton of other health benefits as well. If you look up benefits of mastic, it's got anti-inflammatory, cardiovascular benefits, oral health, said to kill bacteria and parasites in the gut. So yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff, but it's basically natural chewing gum. So that's it there. They call them tears. Only got a few rocks left. So hope someone doesn't put it out of context. But you chew it, it crunches together, makes like a natural chewing gum, but obviously way harder. And so it strengthens your jaw like that. Combine all those three methods, so you've got couple dynamic and one isometric. So you're not just going to be doing one thing that will just stress the joint and the muscle just in one position over and over. So you're less likely to get problems. But yeah, combine that with a neck training, and yeah, this will become like a piece of iron. There's no particular technique to it. You just chew it. Don't overdo it, because obviously it's quite tough. And if you're chewing it for an hour a day, you're probably going to, overdo it. But so yeah, introduce it slowly if you've not done it before, of course. And yeah, you'll see gains quick, newbie gains. Let me know down below in the comments. Do you do jaw train already? You got any other kind of ideas that you use, or any questions for me? And try and answer them. And yeah, say no to pencil necks and glass jaws.